Hey everybody, my name is Chris and I'm from the Dynamic Drum School, and today I want to teach you how to play Another One Bites the Dust by Queen. There's a free PDF that you can download on my website. Let's get started with the drum set legend, and in case you don't know how to read drum notation, we'll break that down for you real quick. We have the X, which represents the hi-hat. Then we have the snare drum. Next to that space we have the bass drum. And then you'll notice a diamond shape next to that. So you can use like a stick click. Let's take a look at example number 1. We have 8 eighth notes on the hi-hat, 2 and 4 on the snare drum. The 2 and the 4, you're going to play the hi-hat and the snare drum together. Let's play this together. We're going to break it down at 60 beats per minute. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Let's take a look at example number 2. We have the hi-hat and the bass drum. We're going to break down 8 eighth notes on the hi-hat, bass drum on 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the quarter notes. So on the 1, 2, and 3, 4, you're going to hit the hi-hat and the bass drum together, and then on the ands, just the hi-hat. Let's try this together at 60 beats per minute for 2 measures. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Let's take a look at example number 3. This is the whole beat. We're putting everything together. So we'll start with beat 1. We have the hi-hat and bass drum. On the and to 1, just the hi-hat. On beat 2, we have all 3 limbs, hi-hat, snare, and bass. Then just the hi-hat on the and to 2. On the 3, we have the hi-hat and the bass drum. Then just the hi-hat on the and to 3. And then 4, we have hi-hat, snare, and bass again, and then just the hi-hat. So let's break this down for you. We'll play it together. Now we'll try a little bit faster at 80 beats per minute. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Let's take a look at example number 4. So if example number 3 is a little bit too hard for you to play it at the full speed, you could just try number 4, and all you're doing is leaving out the bass drum on beats 2 and 4. All right, now we're going to break down the fill for you. This is the same fill throughout the whole song. I broke this down into different levels. This is example number 5 is level 1. So this is going to be the easiest. This is for people that haven't really learned how to play a drum fill yet. You can just play the beat all the way through and then just pause on beat 4 and leave out the and of 4 on the hi-hat. So instead of playing the full measure of the beat, you're just going to go like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then the and you leave out. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 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 3 and 4. So it's a cool way to get playing the song right away without being able to play fills yet. If you can play eighth note fills, let's check out number 6. This one we have on beat 3, the fill starts. So we have a snare and a bass drum on beat 3, 3, and then the and a 3, just the snare, and then a quarter note on beat 4. So just the fill part, 3 and 4. Now I'm going to play the whole measure. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Let's try this together at 80 beats per minute. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 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 Let's try this together at 100 beats per minute. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 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 Great, now that you can play that, let's take a look at example number 7. Now we're getting close to the actual drum fill. The first half of the measure is the same, just playing 1 and 2 and, but now we're adding 16ths. So we're starting with a 3, hi-hat and a bass drum, and then we have 3 16th notes followed by a quarter. So 3 and then E and 4. 3 E and 4. 3 E So a little bit faster. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Let's try this together now at 80 beats per minute. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 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 Great, now you got that. Let's try it at 100 beats per minute. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2. Now let's try the actual fill. Example number 8 is the fill you're going to play during the song. So everything is the same. We just have one more bass drum on the E of 4. So the beginning all sounds the same. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now we're just going to add a E on the bass drum. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 E. So I'm just going to break down the second half. 3 E and a 4 E. Again, 3 E and a 4 E. And then if I continue counting, 3 E and a 4 E and a. There's a rest on the and the da. So I'm going to count 16ths all the way through the whole measure. 3 E and a 4 E. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Let's try this together at 80 beats per minute. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 E and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 E. 1 and 2 3 and 4 E. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 E and 1. Great, now you can play that. Let's try a little faster at 100 beats per minute. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Great, so now let's take a look at the last example. This is example number 9. This is actually the fill that Roger Taylor plays, but I just left out the extra hi-hat on beat 4. It makes it a lot easier, and a lot of times beginners think they have to play everything exact in the song in order for it to be correct, but it's great to just leave it out. I left it out in the transcription and the play along, but let's show it to you now. Let's break it down. So starting on beat 3, we have hi-hat and bass drum, and then left, right, left, left on the snare. 3 E and a 4. So instead of playing the last hit on the snare on the right, you're going to do a double on the left. 3 E and a 4, but then you're going to come up and hit the snare and the hi-hat together. 3 E and a 4 E. 3 E and a 4 E. 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 E. Let's try this together at 80 beats per minute. And 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and. Great, now that you know how to play the drum beat and the fills, let's break down the basic form for you. So you'll notice at the top of the chart there's a little bass pickup. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 1. Dick-a-don't, don't. That's how the song starts. So you'll hear a click on the play along track. You go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, dick-a-boom, and then you come in on 1 with the drum beat. Intro starts. The intro is 10 measures. Listen for the lyric that says, "Oh, let's go," and then you know the verse is about to start. The verse is 8 measures. You're going to play the drum beat for 7 measures, and then you have the fill. So whatever fill you've learned, if you want to just do level 1, if you can play the harder ones, go for it. Fill is always on the last measure of the section. That leads into the chorus. You'll hear the lyric, "Another one bites the dust." That's for 12 measures. Then the verse 2 starts. And same thing, 7 measures of the drum beat, and then the fill is on the 8th measure. Then the chorus again. Now it's only 8 measures, and then the bridge starts. And it's really important. It kind of repeats. You're going to basically play it 8 measures times 2, so 16. And then there's 2 more measures, and listen for the lyric that says, "Hey." And that kind of prepares you to know when to play the last fill. So it's total of 16 plus 2, so we got 18 measures of the bridge, and then listen for the hey, and then you know when to play the last fill on the last measure. So then the next section you'll see the diamond shaped note, the quarter notes and the diamond shaped eighth notes. This is where you can either do a stick click, or if you want, you could do the hi-hat, that would sound good too. We have a quarter note, then a quarter rest, quarter note, quarter rest, so beat 1, 2, 3, 4, then the next measure 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the second measure is a quarter note rest, quarter note, eighth note rest, and then eighth note, and then 4. So break down that second measure, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now both measures together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Next measure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then you go back into the drum beat. Play that for 4 measures. Then the verse 3 starts. Same thing, 8 measures, drum fill at the end of that on the 8th measure. 7 measures of the drum beat, 8th measure fill. Then the chorus comes back in, and you're going to play this for 16 measures. 8 measures of the chorus, 8 measures of the outro. The last measure of the outro, you're going to play the fill, and then one more hit on the hi-hat and the snare. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 3, 1. That's how the song ends. So really the challenge of this song is playing the drum beat full speed with the bass drum on the 2 and the 4. So if that's too hard, try making it a little bit easier, leaving out the bass drum on the 2 and the 4. You could also slow this down, practice along with it, slower on YouTube. I did another video where you can jam along with this. You can see me drumming, see the music notation moving, and hear the song. That will be the easy way to learn it. And then you could try the different levels of the fills. You know, if you're just starting out, just play level 1. Just do the pause, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1, and then coming back with the beat for the next section. Gradually get harder, level 2, level 3, level 4, and then you'll get the whole song. If you have any suggestions for songs that you'd like to learn, I'm going to do a play along, and then I'm going to do a play along and a tutorial every month. So let me know if there's any tunes you'd like to learn. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, and hit that notification bell. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time.